Hi everybody, this is TheHande Makinen, and welcome back to Gabriel Night 3. I'm here with Retro Kaiser again.
Yahoy hoy hoy!
Yahoy! And we followed Madeline to this place which is called Cool Sword.
Glad you can read it. I definitely couldn't read the sign during the test recording.
Yeah, it's a little blurry, and I have bad news for people. We tried out. Well, we're gonna have an episode eventually where you're gonna see a little bit of the enhanced graphics, but as I mentioned before, the game sadly does not run reliably when I try to use the enhanced graphics. So
if I thought about her for too long, I'd be walking funny.
So you will be hearing more and more. I mean, the thing is, like, for one episode, you will be seeing the enhanced graphics, but for the most part, we are still going to be sticking to we'll be sticking to the software graphics.
Oh, hello, Monsieur Knight.
Sightseeing, are we?
I am refreshing my memory for tomorrow.
Tomorrow? You mean for that tour thing?
Now you could actually see tips of her fingers going through the hair.
Nothing. And anyway, you are not taking the tour, so why do you care?
You got a point there. She's just hanging out, isn't she?
Well, sort of related to this, have you heard about this new movie that's coming out called Inferno?
No, but it sounds like a movie about fire.
It has Tom Hanks in it. It's directed by Ron Howard, and it's the third movie in the film series, which the two previous entries of which, oh yeah, now that we followed Wilkes and Madeline, the time block changed.
Oh, if you're saying a series, what I'm thinking you're saying,
yes.
Is it the Da Vinci Code?
Yes, the Da Vinci Code, or the Robert Langdon series, yes. So it's the third movie of that series is coming out, and I thought that was kind of appropriate to bring up because, well, I was never a huge fan of the Da Vinci Code, but I love Angels and Demons. I think it's actually one of the best thriller movies I've ever seen. Big reason for why I never liked Da Vinci Code, though, that much was because the big surprise, the big whammy, what the plot of that movie sort of revolved around, is sort of already explored in the plot of this game, and I had played it before, because I had played this before I saw Da Vinci Code. I also have the book, but I never actually read it. So, yeah.
I still don't know what the hell it does.
But I was just saying, like, I'm kind of excited. I'm genuinely excited for Inferno, and I'm really happy that they still have Ron Howard and Tom Hanks in that.
Those are fun movies. I enjoyed them when they were on TV.
Yeah.
Is there something special about this place?
Rock Negri. It's just a lot.
Hey, Wilkes.
Yeah, Wilkes.
I kind of figured out that part.
There's a white rock around here, too.
Are the names supposed to mean something?
Yeah, they mean black and white. Now stop bothering me.
It was being surprisingly friendly with us for a start, at the start, considering we pissed him off earlier.
Worms here.
Go to hell, Nigel.
You know us
Find
Australians.
that treasure. You're going to be laughing out of the other side of your face.
If you find the treasure, I'll laugh out of any orifice you desire.
I'll remember.
I love that line. If you find that treasure, I'll laugh out of any orifice you desire.
I think that's the mopeds from the rental shop at Rennes-le-Château.
Okay, what were you saying? I was
saying, you know us Australians, we don't like to hold a grudge.
Oh.
That's not true, by the way. All Australians like to hold grudges, especially with other Australians.
Also, my apologies if I cough every once so often, because I'm kind of getting over a little bit of a fit with a sore throat, and so if I start coughing at some point.
Good afternoon, Mr. Knight.
Back at ya. You look comfortable.
So this is Blancheport. This is like a ruined building at the top of the mountain.
Thank you.
And we just saw Emilio there. Oh yeah, and this is a funny little thing you can do. We got the binoculars. No, binoculars.
Binoculars.
Yes, I did it. Now I can use the binoculars. I don't know what the hell came over me last time. I couldn't say that word.
Yep. Cue the Final Fantasy fanfare theme.
Yeah. Yes, Hunter can speak English again. Oh, this is a place we haven't been to, but it's actually in town. That's the top of Tor Magdala. which is a tower there, and we'll see it when we play as Grace. I don't think I ever went there as Gabriel, which is funny because it's one of the real locations. Well, most of these are real locations. For instance, this fortress, this Blanchefort. Yeah, I was having trouble finding. There's one spot there's a little cutscene that plays if you find it, and I'm trying to locate that. I was having a little bit of trouble with it. But yeah, so that Tor Magdala, that's a real place. Blanchefort is a real place, and that ruin where we went to see Madeline. Oh, here it is. I don't know if you noticed, Madeline had that little device, like a GPS thing.
Well. Looks like those two are having a conflict of interest. Very curious.
Yep. Both Mosley and Madeline are up to something suspicious. Yeah. The reason I tried recording that one episode with the enhanced graphics, well, you can see the mountains in the background, like how they're incredibly pixelated, even at the highest resolution. So I tried to fix that, but unfortunately, because the game just won't run like reliably on the enhanced graphics, we won't be able to do it. So sorry about that, folks. And now I'm writing down Emilio's registration plate.
Yeah, when you were looking at them through the binoculars, the first thing that came to mind is, are they doing what I think they're doing? Yes, that little edit from just a split second before should give you the idea.
Oh boy. And now, get ready for the most pointless thing in the game. We're gonna follow Lady Howard and Estelle. And I'm using the cursor. This time I was smart enough to use the cursor to help you follow the dots a little bit, so on the screen share.
Now I know where the dots actually are. I could never see them before.
Yep, I would imagine that they're a lot bigger if you scroll down the resolution, and you'll notice in that in that episode where I have the enhanced graphics, I have the resolution all the way down, so everything's a bit bigger.
They're just driving around the valley. Forget that.
They're literally just driving around. You do not get anything from doing that. Okay, here we found Mosley's. So this is a place called La Morte, and it actually
I wonder who's here.
connects to Coom's sword. I'm not sure if I made that explicit because... Well, actually, yes, I walked here for a brief second, but I think you probably didn't notice.
What? Oh, La Morte connecting to Coom's sword. That's pretty explicit enough as it is. But anyway.
Mosley? What the hell is he doing out here?
Oh, hi, Gabe.
It's Gabriel, you flatfoot. What are you doing here?
Me? Oh, just looking around.
I thought you said you were busy this afternoon.
I am busy. I'm busy looking around. And if I'd wanted my mother along, I would have invited her, Knight.
Okay, all right. Forget I mentioned it. I think he's actually looking for that treasure. Talk about gullible. No wonder he's afraid to admit it.
Good question. Does he ever get his passport back?
I saw
we went and put it back immediately after we got the moped. Like, it's not in our inventory anymore.
I'd find interesting.
How do you know l'homme mort meant the dead man? Your French is worse than mine.
I saw it in a guidebook. Look, why don't you go catch some kidnappers, will you?
I'm gone.
I think I accidentally forgot to ask. Yeah, I think there's a third thing you can go and say to Mosley, but the speech bubble that doesn't have a question mark or the question mark in it. That means you can't go into a dialogue mode.
I remember something about those.
Gabriel just says something. Usually it's something funny. And if I'd done it for the third time, Gabriel would have commented on the Beat to Craft purple moped, and Mose would say, "Yeah, there was some kind of mess up at the rental place."
Well, this cabin doesn't look scary at all.
Must be Chester's car.
Yeah, now we're going to finally see Larry Chester. This was the guy that the priest at the church told us to go talk to about the Templars. So he's a historian. I had to look at the car because, of course, Gabriel, the clue we got from the taxi driver last time was that the kidnappers were riding in a black sedan, but that was a blue car. So.
Gabriel Knight?
The Abbé at Rennes-le-Chateau recommended you as a Templar scholar.
Did he now?
Yep, he said, go talk to Larry Chester about the Templars. And then he said, and let me know what you think.
Well, in that case, you'd better come in.
I actually
Let's
love
have some tea.
this conversation thing that you have with
Well then,
Larry
what can I
because
do for you, Mr. Knight?
it gives you a lot of like information. I don't know. There's something about the dialogue, the style of dialogue in this game that I just really like. But one thing that's always bothered me is his beard. It looks like it's been pasted on.
True. They also had several bases here.
Or stuck on with cat hair and maple syrup.
Yeah, but you notice the little wrinkles,
on top of an old
like underneath his mouth, are moving, but his beard is not.
The Abbé mentioned that
That's
you
the
don't
problem.
have a book.
Yes, I'm a historian.
Because your face hairs move when you move your mouth, so and his don't. So it bothers me a little bit, honestly.
I thought I'd come here to write.
Thanks for pointing out. Now I can't unsee it.
I teach at a prep school.
Sorry,
in Manchester.
for that high-pitched laugh, I'm trying to avoid coughing. So
Is there any reason to think the Templars left something here?
because you can usually tell when it's a genuine
not
laugh.
unknown that
Or
the
when I'm
Templars
laughing
were
really
digging in the
hard, you know, I
region.
usually start coughing. So
Claimed they were
I'm trying
mining the
to
old
avoid that
Roman
now.
gold veins, but they hired only German workers who couldn't communicate with the locals. Naturally, that led to some speculation.
Madame Girard mentioned that the Holy Grail is sometimes linked to the Templars.
It is, yes. In many of the early Grail legends, the knights were described as Templars, wearing the white mantle with a red cross.
She said something about them actually finding the Grail in the Holy Land. Do you think that's possible?
Yes, I do.
So you think the Templars found the Holy Grail in Jerusalem?
Well, eventually found out there's a little bit more to Larry than
Let me
him
put it
just
this
being a
way.
historian, but he gives out a
When the
lot of
Templars
information
were
for us,
founded,
considering he doesn't know us from Adam.
there were 9 knights.
Doesn't go around
Their
wearing a
stated
leisure suit,
purpose
does he,
was
this
to protect
Larry?
pilgrims on the road.
Oh.
Years they did nothing of the sort. They were given quarters in
God
the
damn
Temple
it.
of Solomon by King Bedouin himself.
Did you have to do that?
There they stayed.
God damn
There
it.
they excavated for 9
Laser
years.
suit,
Then,
for fuck's
In
sake.
1128, they changed completely. They returned to Europe and began recruiting. Their wealth and power grew on an unprecedented
Hi, my name's
So you-
my name's Chester,
Do
Larry
you
Chester.
think they found the Grail?
I think you're taking the legend of the Grail a little too
Oh, this is the important part.
As with many things of the Middle Ages, it was often wiser and safer to speak in allegory.
What's the Holy Grail an allegory of?
I have a feeling that will come to light sometime in the next decade.
More like
Why would the Templars
tomorrow
accuse
when Grace
the
does a lot of
heresy?
research.
There are many theories, but most scholars agree that King Philip was jealous of their authority.
Again, this part
He
is
wanted to
kind
confiscate their
of
land
pretty close
and
to.
their reputed treasure.
Excuse me.
Unfortunately,
This part is pretty
the
close to
Templars themselves helped him
Broken
make
Sword: The
his
Shadows of the
case.
Templars, where they
They boasted
explain the
of the
Templar
secrets they
history and how the
learned in
King
the
of
Holy
France
Land.
betrayed them and
Secrets.
all that.
Mystical secrets from Kabbalists and Arabic astronomers.
The difference is that
Of course, to Christendom,
this
was
this
nothing
game
but
focuses
witchcraft.
strictly
Those who
on the whole
confessed
Rennes-le-Chateau
released,
mystery,
those who did not,
which
burnt
is
at the stake,
a legit
including the
thing,
last
kind of.
Grand Master,
But
Jacques Molay.
what the
And
Broken
they
Sword,
dissolved
what that
completely
focuses
after
on
that?
almost entirely is like the
Knights
Templar conspiracy,
Templar
which
were
is
no more.
maybe on the slightly more crazy side of the thing, because all these guys like Saunier and the things that related to Rennes-le-Chateau, these are like all real things. The Broken Sword had. Broken Sword was more like it was more like in the
But
it wasn't exactly that, but it was like more a little bit like the New World Order conspiracy theory, you know, the Illuminati thingy, without actually calling them the Illuminati, but it was pretty much the same thing.
Where?
There are various locations. Ireland and Scotland have a great deal of Templars.
Well, that one thing that bothers me is that the exact same book is on his desk and on the shelf above. Have you
Must
noticed?
be pretty damn. I've noticed that. I was thinking it's either part 2 of like a whole series of like, you know, like those encyclopedias how they've all got the same cover.
Yeah. Well, that
Or just like the
that's-
different letter. Yeah.
Yeah, that probably is the case. I mean, this was the 90s after all.
Doctor.
I
Back
love the
before
computer.
Wikipedia.
I probably should have taken a closer look at it. I love that computer on his desk.
I know, it's very authentic to its time. I remember having a computer like that.
Yeah. Okay, I looked at... This is funny because first I look at the books there.
Yep, he's a writer, all right. Only writers have this many books.
That's so funny because here is actually the bookcase.
Yep, he's a writer, all
So
right.
you see only the little bit of books at the
Thanks
top
for
of the
the
shelf.
info,
You think,
Mr.
yep,
Chester.
he's a writer.
Most
Only
welcome.
writers have this many books.
What is your interest in the Templars? If you don't
It was
mind my
after
asking.
that I showed
No,
the actual book.
I don't mind. Thanks again.
Gabriel is like the master of avoiding like questions about like what was your interest in the Templars precisely, he asks, and if you don't mind me asking, like, no, I don't mind, thanks for asking. Like Gabe is sometimes like he just completely screws around. Alright, hey, guess who's gonna finally come into the story?
Grace.
Grace! Except where I'm running
Let me
over-
do it. Let me get it right. Grace.
I believe that's
Grace? Yeah. But I'm still we're still missing 2 moped license plates.
So,
Yep.
does Gabe ever get reunited with his leather jacket?
No, sorry, not in this game. Yeah. It's only in the comic book.
Oh,
Excuse me.
That's the moped that
I'm also
Lady
convinced that
Howard
he
and
doesn't
Estelle
change
were driving
clothes
around.
through the whole game, and this game takes place over 3 days.
Yeah, Mosley's driving that thing.
Yeah, but I forgot to write down Mosley, so now I'm just
Emilio's
farting
renting
around
it
in the
back.
parking lot for a while because,
I'm not sure who's driving that one.
yeah, the thing is you need all the other license plates, and then you can
not
deduce
sure
that the final
who's
one
driving
belongs to
that.
Bukele. So, it took me a while to realize, like, oh, I hadn't taken down Mosley's license plate. Because you're going to see it once we play as Grace. Grace has this laptop, and it has a suspect database, and then you get to put in all these license plates and connect them to the suspects. You know, I see those red barrels, and the only thing, because played so many
I
shooter
know he's
games,
rented all the other
I'm
bikes,
always
so
thinking
I
like those
guess
are like
he
explosive
did
barrels.
he rented this one.
Okay, yeah, now he did it. Like, this red moped belongs to Bukele. We've never seen him actually ride it, but because we know who all the other ones belong to, we deduce that this is Bukele's. And this is all completely optional. You don't have to do this to beat the game. But it helps you unlock a little thing.
It looks like the cavalry has arrived.
Because these are Prince James's men.
Gabriel, are you all right?
Why? Is my hair messed up? I'm not. Prince James told me to be expecting you.
Is there somewhere more private where we can talk?
Yeah, I have a room. Come on up.
There's a Mallory and
Here's
McDougal.
your fee, Mr. Knight. Prince James wanted me to express his gratitude to you for tracking the kidnappers.
Yeah.
Have you learned anything since this morning?
I checked at the train station. The taxi driver saw the 2 men in the trunk. They were picked up by a black sedan. He didn't get the model, but he said it looked expensive.
Did he say which way they went?
They headed for the main valley loop.
Anything else?
Well, I haven't seen any trace of the baby.
I like how Grace and Gabriel's clothing look nearly
Most of them
identical.
arrived last night.
Yeah, they both got that
None
blue
of them
jeans
are
thing
on
going
the
now.
train, but they
Because I
know
think Grace just had like brown pants in the
Emilio
first
Balza
game. I mean, the
and
second game.
Signore Buccelli arrived at the hotel.
And she
around
wore a
5
dress
past
in the
9.
first game.
Buccelli claims he came
But like I said, like Grace, through these 3 days, Grace
Louisa
actually changes
doesn't
shirts
have a
several
neighborhood
times.
route.
Gabriel just has the same white shirt.
We'll look into it.
And
Wait.
at one point it
There's
looks
something I
quite
didn't
yellow,
talk
so it's
to
like getting a little
James
dirty.
Yes?
When I was coming to on the train, I heard one of the kidnappers say something in French. I remember the word Sangreal. It means Holy Grail. Do you have any idea what the Holy Grail might have to do with Prince James' son?
I'm sorry. We're not authorized to discuss Prince James's affairs. But thank you for your observations. Good night. Miss Nakamura, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, you too. Thanks for the lift.
Goodbye, Miss Nakamura. Mr. Knight?
I think they used Grace's lip texture for one of the speech icons at one point. It's kind of weird.
Damn, I thought we had a case.
We do.
Well, Prince James let you go.
Yeah, that's his prerogative.
Wait, but if the kidnappers...
Oh, by the way, I noticed that the wardrobe
Says
behind
that
her is still
I saw
open because I forgot to close
There was
it.
something not right about him at all.
Okay, what about the Sangreal thing? What would vampires want with the Holy Grail?
I don't know.
Well, McDougal and Mallory sure seem to know. Maybe Prince James has the Grail, and the kidnapping is an attempt at blackmail.
I don't think Prince James has the Grail. Look, there's this whole treasure hunting thing linked to this town. I don't have time to explain. Could you please hook up Sydney and check out the Grail?
Oh yeah, Sydney is the program that they use to solve cases now. Oh, you see the laptop in the background.
Looks like you might have to stay with me.
Very futuristic. I don't know laptops that thin back in those days.
Right? Say,
It's very far away.
On the
It's not as
research
thin
thing.
as you think.
I have to get Sydney configured, and I'm pretty beat.
No, that's fine. You must have been really worried. Sorry, Gracie. I'm gonna go keep an eye on my replacements.
Bye.
Okay, this is the point at which I think the plot officially really starts to get going. Everything's kind of been built up to this point. Except not in this part, because now I remember that this part ends when we go to the dining room, because I wanted to see a little cutscene. Let's go, and here I go on spying on the guests again.
I don't think anybody's in there.
I hate that. That's voice clip becomes very familiar to you when you're using it. I don't think anybody's in there. And again, we're listening in on Madeline in the shower.
Gabe, you dirty pervert.
Yeah. It's funny because later on we get to actually search the other guy's rooms. And he says at one point, Emilio looks like the kind of guy who takes a lot of showers. Oh, hey, guess what? We get to talk to the night receptionist now. This is the...
Monsieur Knight, I hope your head is feeling better.
It is, actually. Thanks for asking.
So this is Simone. Yeah.
I was looking at the register. Do you remember exactly when people arrived last night?
Let me think. The big group arrives together maybe 7:30, and later, Monsieur Baza.
What time?
Maybe 9 o'clock? No, more like 10, I think. Then you, maybe an hour later. Then Signore Buchelli.
What time did Buccelli get here?
Just after midnight. I remember because the clock chimes at midnight, and I sometimes get a bit nervous, and I lock the door. Signore Buchelli came after I locked it. I had to let him in.
Nervous? What do you get nervous about?
Oh, Monsieur Knight, we have many old legends in this area.
Did you see or hear a baby last night?
No, Monsieur Knight, not at the hotel. I hear my
I'm wondering
wife
how...
at home, maybe.
I love how nobody bats an eye about the fact that Gabriel keeps asking them about a baby.
You didn't see two men with a trunk last night, did you? Maybe outside in the parking lot or driving around town?
Well, this was back in simpler times where you could ask those questions.
This is a very quiet place, Monsieur. Monsieur Mosley and Monsieur Wilkes arrived with the tour group, but I do not remember a trunk.
Okay, thanks.
Alright, and that's the last time we really need to talk to Simone. I think we get to talk to her once as Grace. I love it how he didn't even open his mouth to drink that.
Buccelli, did you have a productive day?
It's a special Australian martial art. Drinking without opening mouth.
You must not be looking for treasure then.
Either that or he just absorbed it all in his mustache and is saving it for later.
I am a scholar, not a hunter of fortune.
Oh
Glad to
god.
hear it.
Please don't make me crack up too bad.
Are there? Why, who do you mean?
Hell, why don't you join me if we're gonna talk? I ain't eating alone. I don't know where the hell the women are.
Very well.
Oh yeah, this is the funny thing where the men and the women at the hotel keep missing each other on this first night. I love how Buchelli keeps correcting himself while he walks. And that's the end of the episode. When we come back, we'll actually start following Mallory and McDougal probably. Any last words?
No, not really.
Alright, so see you on the next one. Bye!